Hello again, and welcome back to my channel. Um, this week was possibly a reality check about my life and about other people's lives as well. You know, I start to understand why wealthy try to protect as much of their wealth as they possibly can. With all the money I make, I we cut that out. It's just making me laugh. Um, there's good times, there's going to be bad times in everybody's life. And things were going great for me for quite a while, and still is. Don't get me wrong. War must come up, must come down. And that's the theory of, I don't know what is theory of relativity. What goes up must come down. So yeah, we're always going to experience periods in our lives where things just get bad. And I'm no expert. And there's been people who've been down the road, who've experienced life changing events, who've experienced cat- chaos, catastrophes, death, and the realization they could be homeless, they could be malnourished, they could be what have you. The thing is, the people around you, since I really believe in God, I do. We were meant to help one another. When people start leaning on one person over another, that kind of tells me that other person's selfish. If there's going to be any needs going to be met, who's going to stick out? Who's going to be around to be there for that person? And in many ways, not a lot of people are there for each other. And trying to be Christ-like means you are stretched thin. I get it. When Jesus said, "Don't you guys get it? I need your help. I can't do this alone." That's the frustration part of humanity. We're so focused on playing the part instead of doing the part. Well, I had a reality check today. I'm not going to go into great detail. I'm not about to reveal a person's identity. I want to make sure this guy has has a, has a chance of starting over, a do-over. Yet I blew him that chance. I didn't know how to help this guy. let alone actions do have consequences. You play silly games, you're going to get silly prizes. You play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. So he fell in that category of playing silly games and won silly prizes. He ended up becoming the big boob. I can let you know that this guy, my friend, he was a two-timing son of a gun. He got caught cheating inside his girlfriend's and his place. Do you think that girlfriend was ever going to forgive him for what he did? Let alone two wrongs do not make a right. And ever since then, his life has been going kind of downhill, so to speak. If only he just do this, if only he did that. It doesn't work like that. It gets worse before it gets even better. And a lot of times you have to listen. And when you don't listen, you end up getting an instant karma that just slaps you in the face. I'm not much of a fan of the Hindu belief system of karma or the University of Reincarnation. I was never into that holistical nonsense or even the zodiac. I'm a firm believer that when you do commit foolish acts, you expect the same result when you were younger still apply to when you get older. They don't apply. It doesn't really apply. Sometimes Lord, the spirits in the sky, whatever you believe in, say, don't you get it? You're not supposed to do these silly, stupid things. You bring wrath down on you. You bring scorn upon you. And he scorned his lover, a friend. And it turns out that the relationship was based on how much sex he can get from his girlfriend. And if apparently he was not getting enough from his girlfriend. So, in one sense, when I say if you give enough sex to your partner, uh, nothing matter's gonna. No. All I'm saying is, what if you cause that situation to get to that point, and I'm involved? If I'm involved in some stranger's life, something's wrong. And it turns out that I was the only person you could actually reach out to and talk to. Next to Steve. Oops. I mean, guy called Steve. it just blows my mind that the rules don't apply to the very wealthy. It should apply. The reality is, once you go in that slippery slope, you're in a bad relationship. You need to get out. You need to lick your wounds, start over, and try to do the best you can. I'm possibly either going to be doing a wellness check on my friend tomorrow, or make sure he gets to where he needs to go. And the money that you spend on the people that you love and may not get that back in return doesn't mean a hell squirt. If you promise something, you don't give it. And when somebody says, I'm going to pay you back, I'm going to pay you back, I nod my head and say, you know what? I'll see it when I believe it. And the thing is about where were the real friends? Where were the real people that meant something to him? I had to deal with a guy that was assembled like an Al Bundy. We took high school varsity track and field baseball, a typical jock. As you get older, sports doesn't really mean much unless you're with a bunch of other people that are into a lot of sports. I'm not much of a sports person. I'm a talker. I'm into politics. I love my binge watching television shows from way back when, and I try to keep to myself because I know how people are. They're rats, they're rodents, we are just the scum of the earth. And the pecking order, whoever decided that humans were at the top of the food chain, I gotta guarantee you for the love of God, humans should not be the top of the pyramid. I mean, decomposers like fungus, ferns, and stuff like that, they're the real kings of the be able to break down the material of the body. And this is where I go off on a tangent. You can't live 30 years ago. Sometimes you have to let it go. He's making a good living. He's doing what he can to survive right now at this point. And I just hope he's okay in the next 3 o'clock, 4, 5, 6, 7, next 6 hours. I just hope he's okay. I'm gonna make sure if I have to call the police to try to find him. Great. It just seems like this family is not as tight as it once was. And I'm gonna say, maybe that was God telling him some people need to need you for them to survive. I don't know. I hope our relationship after this grows. in some fashion, some form. I want to be able to put his situation, because it's affecting me. Because you want to do the right thing, and a lot of people want to do the right thing, but some people don't want to actually take the time to really refine themselves and change themselves for the good. But if you're going to be living with and thinking with a conk, there's going to be consequences. And after what he just told me, he said, well, this person really took my friend to the cleaners, sold a lot of some stuff just to furnish her lifestyle in that house. It's not going to happen. Not overnight. So I just don't know what my role is. I just want to be able to go back as a fly on the wall, as an observer to what's going on. I don't want to put my nose to something that doesn't belong to me. No, it's not my style. But I'll leave you with this before I go. When people ask why I act strangely, it's because there's a need that needs to be met. I'm no superhero, but I'll tell you one thing: I needed the strength, just be able to go and do my own virtual solitude, because I'm not no Superman. I love you, brother. I learned so much from you the other day. I really appreciate that. So, as always, this may sound stupid, but if you do come by the channel, you're going to hear what I have to say. You may not like what I have to say. I may not be as pretty as those homeboys from the other shows. So, again, little brother, thanks for watching out for me the other night. Really appreciate that. I love you, Mom. Love you, Dad. Yourself good night.